$600 a month. Private pool, 15 minutes from the beach. That's not a special deal someone stumbled into. That's just a standard one-bedroom villa rental in parts of Bali, sitting on the market right now, waiting. If you've been paying $2,000 for a one-bedroom apartment somewhere in America, that number doesn't land softly. It lands like a question you can't unask. So let's talk about what you can actually rent in Indonesia. Not the fantasy version, the real version with the prices and the trade-offs both. Bali is where most people start, and the range is genuinely wild. On the low end, a basic studio in a local guest house runs $60 to $180 a month. A bed, a fan, or AC, maybe a small kitchen. On the other end, a furnished one-bedroom villa with a private pool in Canggu or Seminyak runs $500 to $1,100 on a 12-month lease, around $770 when I last checked. Two bedrooms with a pool in the same area, $750 to $1,800, depending on how close you want to be to everything. Ubud and Sanur are quieter, more cultural, more retirement-paced, and the prices reflect that. A one-bedroom in or around Sanur runs $300 to $700 a month. Pereranan and Umalas, just outside the Canggu bubble, are drawing people who want similar access at slightly lower prices. Here's what surprises almost everyone on first contact. Landlords in Bali commonly want 6 to 12 months of rent paid up front, sometimes a full year, all at once. It's not a scam, it's just how it works. You need to walk in ready for that, with cash, or the ability to move it, or you'll lose the place to someone who is. Jakarta is a different animal entirely. 10 million people, and the rental market reflects that scale. A one-bedroom in the city center runs roughly $300 to $475 a month, less as you move out. Three-bedroom apartments in expat-friendly areas like Kemang or around the SCBD run $900 to $1,500 on average, though Kemang villas for families can push well beyond that. The honest downside of Jakarta isn't the price, it's the traffic. People who move there thinking they'd found a bargain sometimes spend 2 hours in a car to go 6 kilometers. Where you live relative to where you need to be matters enormously, and it's worth thinking through before you sign anything. Speaking of signing things, the best listings often aren't on international sites, they're on Indonesian platforms. OLX, Rumah 123, Lamudi. Listed in Bahasa Indonesia with terms like Studio de Guest House Local or conditions written as Depan 6 bulan, 6 months up front. Even a basic working knowledge of the language opens up a much larger slice of the actual market and lets you have a real conversation with the landlord about payment terms, instead of just accepting whatever's in the English language listing. Go further out, smaller cities, actual villages, and the numbers get almost disorienting. A two-bedroom house in a rural area can cost the equivalent of $300 for an entire year. A nicer house in a larger provincial town, around $6,000 a year. The infrastructure is different, the pace is very different, but the option exists. What the numbers add up to, if you're willing to do your homework, a couple in Jakarta living comfortably, eating out, ride-hail for transport, some help around the house, can manage on $1,200 to $1,500 a month total. That includes rent. That's the whole thing. That's not a fantasy, that's a Tuesday. If that's got its hooks in you, and I suspect it does, the video on your screen right now is the one I'd watch next.